Greetings, it's your girl Ash from Just Tarot with an awesome pick a card reading for your past life. I'm so excited to do this because I did a poll on Twitter and past life reading was the second highest. And I know people love to ask about their past life. So today I want to do 4 piles and then you guys can go to a pile and you'll select which reading resonates with you and we get to see what's going on in your past life. Before we get started, actually, I do want to tell you how the reading's going to work. I've already pre-shuffled the cards. I haven't looked at them. And I'm going to show you your tarot cards and your oracles. And then we're going to do one with the oracle cards. We'll be asking 3 questions. The first question we're going to ask is, what victory did you have in your past life? Question number 2 is, what was your gift in your past life? And question number 3 is, what is the connection with your past life and the current life you have right now, so that we can know what can you use from your past life in order to help you in your current path that you're on right now. So let's get started with the pile selection. So we're going to have 4 piles. And so to spirit guides and angels of love and light, please can we have 4 piles? All right. We have 1, 2 cards. Can we please have 2 more? 3, 4. Perfect. So for pile 1, we have the Lover's card. For pile 2, we have the 7 of Swords. For pile 3, we have the Page of Cups. For pile 4, we have the Ace of Swords. So I want you to take a deep breath. Look at the images on each card. See if there's anything that really resonates with you. Meditate on it. And I'm going to ring the bell to help you center yourself with the cards. Alternatively, you can also look at the timestamps in the description box. Look at the numbers, add the numbers together to get one number and see which number resonates with you the most. So take a deep breath, close your eyes. I'm going to ring the bell. And if you have picked your pile, I'll see you by your pile selection. Bye. Greetings, pile 1. So if you picked this, you've got the Lover's card. All right, so let's get your past life reading. I'm going to start off with the tarot cards. As I've stated, I have not looked at them. I just pre-shuffled the cards for you. All right, so we have the 3 of Cups. We have the 7 of Swords. And then we have the 4 of Wands. All right, so in your past life, you were definitely with your divine counterpart. You were with your soulmate. You were married. I feel like you were just someone who was very connected. You had your spiritual tribe. You were protected as well, which is so interesting because with the Lover's card, I wonder how this will affect you in your current life. I feel like maybe you're also a pile that's always looking for their divine counterpart, their twin flame. You feel like there's someone who matches your energy, and you're searching for them. But some of you may have found that person already because you may have kind of elevated yourself and aligned yourself with your purpose. But I definitely feel like you have someone who you travel with in all your lives and you're connected with them. And if you do what you're meant to do in this life, you will connect with them again and you'll have such a beautiful life like what you had before. I feel like you were so happy and content. You were always celebrating with your divine counterpart. You actually were a person who was surrounded by good people. You had your soul tribe, you had your family and friends. You were divinely protected as well. I feel like as well with the 3 of Cups, the 7 of Wands over here, you were also perhaps someone who provided protection for a lot of people that was around them. I'm not really seeing if you were a healer or not, but I'm getting more inclined to the side of a protector, like you maybe were a prayer warrior as well in your past life, which is so interesting that your tarot is showing this. Let's also get more for your from the oracle cards to see. So we're going to use the ancestor deck as well to get more as to what you got. So you've got move your body, and you have take time out. You are also such a free spirit with this. You may have been someone who you may be someone who loves water. You're very connected with water in your past life. You were kind of like those people who wore minimal clothes. You didn't wear a lot of clothes. So maybe even in this past life, you don't like heavy clothes. You may be even drawn to like tropical weather as well. You're just very relaxed. I don't see you as someone who, like I said, did too much spiritual work or anything. I see you as someone who was just aligned with the people around them. Again, we have threes and threes, always surrounded by friends and good people in this life that she lived. We have a release over here. We also have speak up. Like I said, you were a protector. You were someone who was watching out for people, especially with release. You were someone who you met with your soul tribe. In your soul tribe, you were someone who was, perhaps you were like the protector of healers. You used to make protection circles for them. Used to speak out for them whenever they couldn't. You were like you used to watch over someone. Because when I see the lovers card, you see there's an angel watching over two people. Again, we see threes. You were like you had this energy of an angelic force who would just watch over people and protect them as well, and speak out for things that were unjust. But I also see you're very minimalist. You weren't into fancy things in your past life. You may be the same. We have Goddess, Abonimba Harvest, and then you also have Goddess Yamaya Awakening. Again, like I said, connected to water. There is a connection between you and water when it comes to your past life. So you got this Yamaya. You were very into tropical weather. You were very into like Atlantis kind of energy. You may even be from Atlantis, star seed. You may have connections to that with your ancestors and your spirit guides with that. And also, you're very protective. And I feel like if you've been watching my readings, you may be connected with the divine feminine who's kind of like protecting the waters. You're also very protective of the waters, which is why you wore minimal clothing and you're very minimalist, because you're just always about being in water with your divine counterpart as well. Yeah, and as I'm speaking, it's like I'm seeing like what's the Ariel's father, that the god is it Pleiades? It's gonna come to me. It's gonna come to me. I feel like you may have some ancestral connection to that as well with that. Let's see what we have here. We have initiations. Be open through this transitional time. And you also have new pathways, antelope. Mm. Also, what I'm also helping with, what I'm also seeing with you guys, I feel like also you guys, like I said, you're definitely part of like some sort of coven or sisterhood or group or church, and you're helping people, like recruiting people, helping new recruits and protecting them with this initiations as well, and helping people kind of awaken and go through transitioning and kind of training them as well on their new paths, like leading people into certain paths. But you didn't do this alone. You were surrounded by so much love with this that it's like I don't see you as a diviner. I see you as someone who would bring people into the light and then protect them as well. Like show them this is what you need to do. What an interesting past life thing to have as well in your past life. I feel like you're also a person, like I said, you used to speak up for people whenever you saw things were happening, you would speak up for them and help them. You were definitely someone who loved working with people and just kind of transitioning them into the light. Now let's see with the oracle cards. Now I'm going to shuffle. I'm going to be answering those three questions that we spoke about. Like, what victories did you have? Because with the victories that I'm seeing, I feel like you're a person who's helping people come into the light, protecting them. Spirit guys, what victories did my power one have? What victories does my power one have in their past life? Let's see, what are the good things, that achievements that you had? What victories does my power one have? Thank you. Fear. I said it again. Like, you were an angel who was protecting people. So when people were scared of stepping into spirituality and letting go of negative energy, you would literally help them during that time by showing them the light, to be like, listen, there's nothing to fear. Love and light combats it, right? Especially people going through a spiritual awakening, you would definitely help them during this time. And I feel like that is such a wonderful gift to have, because usually when people are going through spiritual awakenings and journeys, they feel so alone, they feel lonely, and I'll take these cards that fell out. They feel so alone and lonely, and there's no one there to help them. And you were literally there. You bring them into sisterhood, right? Performance evaluation. We have missing you, and then we also have make the effort. The victory that you have is that you definitely got a divine counterpart who I feel like you guys are like, we're gonna meet into the next life, and they definitely miss you if you're someone who hasn't met them yet. All right. You definitely, if you're, one of your victories is being able to achieve finding your twin flame, your divine counterpart as well. With performance evaluation, I also see that you're also helping people kind of with their spiritual awakening, to show them like, listen, this is the truth and this is the light, and showing them how to do breath work as well, how to flow with the universe, how to protect themselves, how to recharge themselves, how to connect with the universe energetically. All right. With make the effort, I'm also getting messages from your past person who's kind of like, you kind of, it's not going to be easy for us to find each other again in this life. So please, 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 you're going to have to work hard. You need to remember who you are. You need to go back in, because I feel like there's a connection between you stepping into being a protector, being someone who helps people, and you finding your divine counterparts. There's a big connection between those two. So the moment you step into that, I feel like you'll be in flow with the universe. The next question we have is, what was your gift? What gifts did you have during this time when you were in your past life? Spirit, can we please get more? Let's see what gifts you have. I mean, obviously, the fact that you're a protector is a major gift on its own, right? You have responding and not reacting. One of your major gifts was that you were able to kind of like, that's why you're a protector. Because if you're a protector, you had no fear. All right, you were able to respond to situations positively and not react, seeing things for what they truly are as well. So you were not affected by your circumstances and your environments. You conquered them. So I feel like that is a major gift that you have. We have honeymoon, enjoying time together. Like I said, you were just very minimalist. You were like in flow with the universe. You was always having fun, celebrating with your friends and connections, and that is a pure gift to have, because it's so hard to find your soul tribe, right? You're able to find like-minded people and connect people together to come in and enjoy and kind of like embrace who they truly are, and that is a beautiful gift to have. And I feel like if you're able to carry that into this life, you will find yourself divinely aligned as well. The next is, what is the connection between what you had in your past life and what you have in this current life? Spirit guys, what is the connection that you have? I mean, the beauty is that throughout the reading, we have been answering these questions, and now we're just kind of confirming them and adding more, right? We have planted the seed. Again, the connection is about you helping people with their initiation, planting the seed and helping them awaken. So kind of telling them, like, starting off like, do you know who you are? And helping people answer the questions of what is their purpose? Why are they on this planet? What is their reason for reincarnating here? You plant that seed for people to also help them release negative energy. How telling people, like, teaching them spiritual things and helping them to align with themselves. And if you are able to do what you did in your past life, I feel like you'll also be able to connect with your divine counterpart, a divine masculine or a divine feminine. We have the feminine as well. Is you connecting to the divine feminine energy, like I said as well. If you've been following my readings about this whole connecting with the water as well, and helping clean it up and just doing good in the universe, will definitely help you in this past life to energetically connect with this life purpose. I think I'm also going to do a reading about what's your purpose in this life, and hopefully you'll be able to connect it with your past life reading. All right, thank you so much, Power One, for being with me on this reading. Let me know if it resonates with you. Please leave a like and comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you'd like a personal reading, feel free to contact me on my WhatsApp. The link is in the description box, and you can DM me or message me for private reading. And then also, I sell crystal bracelets. I hand make them. If you're interested, you can also WhatsApp me for them. I'm sending everybody love and light. Bye. Welcome, Pal 2. If you chose this reading, you have chosen the Seven of Swords. All right, so I've already pre-shuffled the cards. I'm going to start off with the tarot. So let's see. We have the Sun card, the King of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. All right, your past life reading. All right, so Pal 2, with your past life reading, I kind of feel with the Seven of Swords, you was kind of someone who was a bit sneaky. You didn't really do things on the line, straightforward. All right, especially when it came to when you were dealing with other people. You didn't really make long-term commitments. You kind of gave people the shorthand as well with the Knight of Cups. And with the Sun card to the King of Swords, you were focused on what made you happy in your past life, right? You're very intelligent. This is what allowed you to kind of be sneaky and get like sneaky victories. You did really well for yourself because you were thinking about yourself and because you were intelligent about it. It's almost like if you were signing contracts, you were kind of like doing things that would elevate you and help you and kind of give the other person the low end of the deal. And you're very happy. You're very happy, pal, too. Like I said, you did things that made you happy. You didn't care about other people. You were just kind of moving for yourself. Let's see what more we have. We have honor the deities around you. We have psychic strength. Now, the reason why didn't see it as a negative sense because it was more of that was your purpose. You were serving yourself. You were honoring yourself with the honor the deities around you. You were protecting yourself. It was all about you. I feel like you knew the value that you had. You knew that you were a god or a goddess, and you knew how to manipulate energy. You may have also been an alchemist as well. You knew how to manipulate energy, manipulate people's minds. You were definitely a mentalist. You knew how to honor yourself. You knew how to protect yourself. That's why, like, whenever you were signing contracts, you knew how to get yourself the better deals. Whenever you're dealing with people, even relationships, you did things that honored you. We have burnt offering. We also have you're the drama. I also kind of feel it's giving me an energy also with honor your deities that you are somehow a deity as well. I'm getting that. Kind of like, it's giving me like trickster spirits. You're definitely someone who would be like, you know what, I can help you. You need to give me this offering. But you're kind of like on the sneaky side. All right, you were the drama, the spirit guides are saying, because you're too smart for your own good. All right, you were too smart for your own good. And you were self-serving in your past life as well. That's because you offered protection when dealing with other people. Sometimes you would honor it, sometimes you wouldn't honor it, depending on whether it served your purpose or not. So let's see what goddess cards you have. You have goddess Mayat, giving and receiving. And then you also have goddess Asase, joy. All right. Now, like I said, goddess Mayat, giving and receiving, you are definitely a god or goddess in your previous life. Um, you may even have connections to Egypt, Paltu. Um, Definitely seeing you had a connection to Egypt. With goddess Mayat coming and honored deities around you, you may have been an Egyptian god. As to which Egyptian god, you may. There's kind of a different things that are coming out. Maybe we'll get more confirmation as to what kind of an Egyptian god you were. Be very interesting to see. But you liked burnt offerings. You liked burnt offerings. Some of you guys were into burnt offerings. You're very intelligent, very dramatic, a little bit of chaos, just a little bit, but a very protective God. A very protective God or goddess. All about happiness, all about self-serving. I feel like people would even come to you for offerings. People be like, oh my gosh, I want happiness. I want to get at this. I want to get that. And like you were into soul contracts. You were definitely into soul contracts. You were making soul contracts. You were receiving and giving, but it wasn't always equal. Let's see what you have. You have Fox, shadow work. There we go. You cannot make this up. There are no shadows in light. He used to work in the shadow. Now, when we think of Egyptian gods, like for example, we get like goddess is a Sekhmet, who, you know, some of these goddesses can bring chaos and destruction, but they're still gods and goddesses, right? And that's the kind of energy I'm getting. You were definitely a fox. You were sly. Because if we look at the Seven of Swords here and we see the foxes, the kind of same face, looking to the side, right? When we look at you're kind of sneaking away with people's things. That's the energy I'm getting. You definitely delved in a lot of shadow work, dark work energy, chaotic energy as well. Spider, tune into the energetic grids around you where you can send your healing energy. You're definitely like weaving people into your web and kind of snatching them. Kind of energy I'm getting for you. You were definitely the drama in your past life, and I love readings like this. Because sometimes maybe you need to atone for it, maybe you just kind of need to get into the light. So we'll see what spirit is saying. Maybe in this life, you no longer have to be self serving. Maybe you need to be of service to other people. Or maybe you still need to be self serving. But what an interesting past life that you lived. Like, you were happy. That's what I'm getting. Because people were venerating you, people honored you, people kind of were scared of you. There's a lot of reverence when it came to you because you were very. Because when you look at Goddess Maya, she's the goddess of law and order, right? And I feel like it would be so interesting if they could give us what goddess or god you were. Spirit, is there a way to tell us? We'll see. Ancestors, so we're going to ask the 3 questions that we had in the beginning using the oracle cards. The first one is, what victories did you have? So what victories did you have in your past life? All right, we have distorted perceptions. I love how the cards are just saying. So the victories that you have, I guess the illusions worked for you. You were like a god or goddess of illusions. Trickster spirit, huh? You were a trickster spirit. So interesting to see. Because those are your victories. I feel like even because you were like a god or goddess of illusion, you were able to also see if someone was trying to like undercut you, right? Whatever distortions they were, you were able to kind of see through those illusions as well. Let's see what other victories you had. You have resign, toxic work. Listen, you were living in your purpose. Everything has a purpose, right? Positive, negative, it serves a purpose. And if you were toxic and you were doing shadow work, I think you helped people also do shadow work, right? That was the victory you had. You did it well. You were well in your chaos energy. All right? Because I'm also kind of seeing like you would also kind of, yeah, if someone was trying to underhand you, nope, you were able to go even further. You know how they say, if you go low, I go lower. That was you. That was you. Right? Put an end with resign, putting an end to these perceptions. Right? Let's see what was your gift. Spirit guys, what was Pile Two's gift in their past life? You guys have such an interesting reading. I love readings like this. Okay, we have two cards that popped out. You have accountability and purity. That is so interesting that you have purity, yet you guys were so toxic and metamorphosis popped out. Right, what was your gift is that you were kind of like, oh my goodness, you kind of give me, because it's so funny that we talk about accountability and Goddess Mayat came out with justice. There's some connection with you guys to Goddess Mayat, as much as she's all about law and order, some connection. But I feel like you also gave people accountability, right? You knew who was doing what and where. Like you had like I said, you had an eye. You could see things beyond. You were protected. With purity, which is so interesting for you to came out, you had the gift to purify things, to make it work out in your favor, and metamorphosis alchemy, to make a transition and work it out for you. So you had this gift of allowing negative things to work out in your favor, is what I'm getting with this reading. You had the gift to allow negative things to work out in your favor. And if you are able to living your purpose in this life, you may be able, if you do that, also allowing things to use alchemy to work in your favor, you'll be moving in your purpose. Now let's see, what is the connection between your past life and this life that you live in? Spirit, what is the connection? Thank you. We have action, acceptance. One more. I saw discernment try to pop out. We have budget. All right. So the connection between your past life and this life, I feel like you guys are someone who, it's like you need to almost, okay, let's go to acceptance because that's coming out for you. Accept who you were. Remember who you were. You were a god or goddess, and that you still are a god or goddess. You reincarnated in this earth, right? And to kind of like, because you learned your lesson there about knowing how to remove illusions. Now in this life, you are able to do it without, you did the shadow work previously. You had to go on the negative side. So now you have to come into the pure side of things in this life, right? With budget is such an interesting, guys, spirit guys, please let me get more for budget, because with budget is almost showing me like kind of like don't fully step into the shadow. All right, we're moving forward. Like, you know, when you budget, you kind of think, okay, this is how much I'm going to put towards this. Is how much that's like, and it's like, don't put too much emphasis on your shadow work. This life. All right, you did it in your previous life. You were a trickster. In this life, don't be too much of a trickster. Budget it, right? Move forward from that energy. All right, it's all about moving forward. It's like you're going through changes and transitions in your life. So now that you had that chaotic energy previously, right? You've learned the information, you know how to protect yourself. Use that in this life to embrace who you are. So it's like embrace your shadow self. Don't fight it. You may feel like even in this life, when you're dealing with people, use what you had in your previous life to always get the upper hand as well for yourself. With this, use it for this life to help people and help yourself. That's why you know how to, use those skills because you've reincarnated here to help other people, to finish off what you had started. That is so interesting. I think I'm going to do a reading about your current purpose, and you can see how it connects with your past life purpose. I love this for you, Pile 2. Let me know in the comment section below if it resonates with you. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. If you'd like a private reading, you can WhatsApp me in the description link, with the numbers in the description link. If you'd like some crystal jewelry, I also make and sell them. You can also WhatsApp me for that. I'm sending everyone in Pile 2 love and light. Bye. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. If you chose this, you got the Page of Cups. So I've already pre-shuffled the cards. We're going to start off with your tarot. Let's see your past life. We've got the Tower card, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. All right, let's see your past life reading. All right, with the Page of Cups. You guys were definitely big dreamers, all right? You used to astro travel a lot. You were very popular in the ethers. I feel like a lot of spirits knew you. Even now, if you are a spiritual person or if you practice spirituality, you're gonna see a lot of spirits will know you by name and recognize you because you frequent in the spirit realm. With the Page of Cups over there, with the Nine of Pentacles, you're very independent. You were rich, right? You were very like luxurious, pompous, very like you had your garden and your fruits, and you love to garden actually. That's why you're very, and I also feel like in your past life you're vegetarian. I'm seeing that as well. You loved fruits, you're vegetarian, and yeah, you loved to harvest. You used to garden a lot in your past life. You're very connected to like earth. You're very connected to earth, and did not like people that used to harm animals. Pile 3, you didn't like people that harmed animals. You're very much of a fairy, airy, love the land, happy people kind of energy, hippie energy as well. In fact, there was a lifetime where you were also hippie, part of the hippie area, and you thrived in it. And like I said, as much as you're very earthy and hippie-ish, you're very pompous and luxurious. Very interesting combination to have. Let's see more from the ancestor cards. We have whole self-health again. Yes, I said it. You loved fruits, and you're very natural therapy. You're a very natural person in one of your past lives as well. We got Ayurveda, natural therapies. Definitely. You may even be drawn to like Dr. Sebi in this lifestyle and natural remedies as well. We have begin writing now, creative, express, inspire. Some of you guys were writers in your past life, and you may even feel like you want to be a blogger now, or a creative with this energy. But I see a lot of you used your hands a lot. Pile 3, you used your hands a lot. Evil eye, jealousy, and then we also have dodgy. So interesting. Like I said, you guys didn't like people that would harm the environment, like I said, you were very high vibrational in your previous lives, and that attracted a lot of evil eye against you. Like I said, spirits know you. In this lifetime, you may even feel a lot of spiritual attacks, a lot of things, people watching you, because your spirit is known, because you did not like negative energy. You didn't like people killing people. You didn't like people killing animals. You wanted life to thrive, and anything that was opposite of life, you were against it and you fought against it and you expressed yourself, and you're one of those people who wrote books against it, right? You literally wrote books against all these things that were happening, negative energy, and that's why spirits know you, right? You were against dodgy negative spirits. Let's see your the goddesses cards that we have. We have goddess Bokomu, soul forgiveness, and you have the seven sisters creativity. Like I said, you're definitely a creative being in your past life. With soul forgiveness, um you are also learning how to maneuver life and forgive people, because I feel like there was something that happened in one of your lifetimes that led you to become this way, to become so spiritually elevated. You did go through some sort of shift, awakening, or tower moment that left you feeling burnt out. And I feel like you were battling these negative forces and you just did not like the energies, and you decided to transition and transform your life as well. So you may be feeling that way as well in this life, that there's a lot of forgiving that you may need to do with the people around you. Then we have seven creativity. You do thrive in beautiful, luxurious environments. You're very creative. That's why I said, as much as you were kind of this tree hugging kind of energy, loving the earth, save the planet, you were very luxurious. You were very unique to yourself as a person. Um, and very, yeah, very unique. You may love outdoor energy as well. You have peacock self love. Like I said, you're very pompous. We look at the peacock, someone who's beautiful and wants to show off their feathers, right? Time to celebrate you and all your magnificent light. You were celebrated because you were a beautiful individual. Yes, wow. We have sea turtle conservation, make conscious choices. I told you, you're very conservative. You wanted to conserve the earth and watch over it. And that's the energy that you brought in. I love when spirit does that. It even still shocks me to this day. It's lovely when the cards match the message that's coming through as well. So you may be called to do the same thing in your life in this lifetime, to kind of be aligned with your soul purpose as well and working through it. But before we end, I want us to get into our oracle cards to answer those three questions that we had at the beginning when we're selecting piles, which is what victory did you have? So ancestors, spirit guides, and angels of love and light. What victory did pile 3 have? So we have nourishment. So your victory was that you were bringing nourishment into the universe. Like you were literally helping the universe grow. You were in alignment with Mother Planet Earth. And you brought so much nourishment with what you were doing. Your light. You were literally shining your lights. You had a magnificent light, plant the seed. Don't you love when that happens? Like you're seeing me shuffle live, and you can see that the cards are aligning with the message that you had to plant the seed. You were literally helping trees grow. I feel like you were also part of the times when, oh my goodness, thank you, Spirit, for this message. Pile 3, you guys, do you know that the trees that we see now are not the real trees, and the real trees were actually the mountains that we have? The trees were humongous. They were huge, 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 because that's how they were. And you guys knew this. You were part of that time when the trees were huge. And when there was chaos and destruction, when during the colonial times, when they came in, and you know who I say when I say they, the colonists, yes, the aliens, when they came in and cut down our trees because they knew that the trees were a source of life. You guys may really be connected to that era. All right, because if we look, I need you guys to watch the movie Avatar. If you look at the movie Avatar, that's why I used it. You know, sometimes they say the word tree that's very derogatory, but I just love it because it's like you really love the earth, and you were so connected to trees. And Oh my, the story is amazing. You are connected to trees. Go watch Avatar and you see how they were connected to trees, and it was the tree of life, their source, and they venerated the planets and the earth and everything and brought nourishment to them and about them, right? And that's the energy that you have, is that you're so connected to the tree. And the evil eye, jealousy, dodgy energy is the colonizers that came in and cut down the trees. And we have evidence of that. If you Google those trees, Google like the real mountain trees, and you find that you'll see pictures of the colonizers standing by these trees that were humongous. When I say humongous, they were like mountains. And you saw that, and that really broke your heart. That's the soul forgiveness, is about forgiving those negative forces and energies that came down into this planet and cut down our trees that were magnificent, because we know how connected we are to the trees, because we know that our bodies, they mimic the planet, they mimic the earth, and you knew that they brought nourishment. So your victory is that you were there at the beginning. You may be connected to Anunnaki as well, Pile 3. You were connected to the trees. You're the ones who planted these trees, who planted the seeds, who planted the mountains, and you brought nourishment to it. That was your victory, and that's what you came and you did during this planet. That is absolutely amazing. Can we get one more? Can we get one more, spirits? I love that you guys should definitely look up about the Anunnaki. If you feel called, I definitely think you guys should watch Rashad Jamal. He's really great. He gives the best information when it comes to Anunnaki and the trees as well. And you can kind of get an information about your past life. You definitely have Anunnaki bloodline in you. And you need to watch, because it's all about self-forgiveness, about what happened with the planets. Because we know that it's not called planet Earth, it's called planet Kai. Thank you. We have outside influence that fell out and getting to know each other. All right, so very interesting. It goes with the story that we're talking about, the outside influence, which was the negative evil energy, which is the colonizers, the outsiders that we speak of. And they're the ones, you were able to conquer them. You conquered them during this time. And your thing is that you knew. You have ancient information about this. You need to tap into that. This is also another interesting pile. Let's see, what was your gift? What was your gift in your past life? Spirit guys, please can get, what was pile 3's gift in their past life? Thank you. You have wisdom. You had ancient knowledge because you were there from the beginning. All right, so that's why you knew not to eat meat, you knew not to kill animals, you knew you need to go follow the story of Enki and Enlil, right? Follow the story of Enki and Enlil, because it will definitely help you with Goddess Mokomu's soul forgiveness story about how she was kicked out of the Garden of Eden by her father, right? And you can know the difference between Enki and Enlil. All right, so let's see what other gifts you have. You have the path, right? You are a spiritual being on a spiritual journey, self-reflection, and protection. You are a protector. That is your gift. You are protecting the earth. Like I said, definitely you are protecting the earth. Self-reflection. You are reflecting your good energy, your light into the earth. Because of the path that you took, you were extremely wise. You had ancient information and wisdom because you were there in the beginning. You were there at the genesis of it all. We have, what is the connection with this life? You were there at the cradle of humankind. You may even feel connected to that. Spirit guys, what is the connection between their life and their past life and their life now, right? And your purpose now. What is the connection? All right, so we have 3 cards that fell out. Love yourself first, mirror each other, and attraction. All right, so the connection is all about self-love. That's the beginning of everything. If you love yourself, you'll begin to pour into your own cup, right? You mirror whatever energy that you're mirroring your past life into this life. So you'll be in alignment if you do what you did in your past life, which is kind of remembering who you are, protecting the planet, being natural, and things like that. That's the connection you have, right? Because you'll be in alignment with everything. You'll begin to attract the goodness. It's like the moment you sway away from that, good things don't manifest in your life. So you need to reflect. You're all about reflection. You are a reflection to the universe and to people. Please can we get one more. Let's see, what is the connection? Thank you. This could be the one. Your spirit guides are saying that is your purpose. Is what you did in your past life is the same purpose, which is why you're mirroring what I already said. You're resonating with it when I spoke of the evil eye in your life coming in, because that energy, that's why I said you are known in the spiritual realm. You are known because you've been there at the beginning of time. Oh my goodness, you've been there in the beginning of time. That's why you're known as spiritual realm. And now you need to know who you are. You need to remember who you are, because the spirits know you. But you need to remember who you are and what you did for the planet and what you are doing, what you're meant to be doing as well. Right? You need to get to know yourself, deepen the bonds by loving yourself first, showing yourself. Because remember, when you love yourself, that reflects out into the universe, because you're a mirror, you're a reflection as well. So that is so beautiful, Pile 3. Let me know if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to leave a like and comment down below to let me know you align with this energy. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you'd like a private reading or like to know more about this connection with the Anunnaki and how it affects your life. Please you can WhatsApp me. The number is in the description box down below. If you'd like some crystals, I handmade crystal jewelry as well. You can also WhatsApp me on the number. Sending everybody in Pile 3 love and light. Bye. Pile 4, you selected Ace of Swords. All right, so I've already pre-shuffled the cards. We're going to start with the tarot and see your past life. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Hermit card. And we have the Six of Pentacles. All right, so Pile 4, in your past life, I definitely feel like you were a healer with the Queen of Pentacles over here. You were someone who maybe was a herbalist. All right, you kept to yourself. Oh, you were definitely like a witch, a herbalist, and younger, and you're very isolated during this time, because I don't think you were able to fully express yourself during this time. All right, we have the Ace of Swords here and the Six of Pentacles. You are someone who would also just give people divinations, informations, clarity as well with this card. And then the Six of Pentacles, you are someone who loved helping people. You loved helping people overcome their struggles, but you're very isolated. You know, like how they show you in movies with like the witch who lived in the woods. Even during I think maybe even, you know how during the like Salem witch trials, they were head hunting witches. So you were isolated, but you're very known for your gifts because you helped a lot of people. You were even helping people like with being a doula, a midwife, giving birth. Definitely a herbalist. Let's see what your ancestral cards say. Get into nature. There you go. You're very natural herbalist as well. Let's see what else we have. Family connections, respect people and kin. You helped people have children with this. You used herbs to help people have children as well. And you also were a diviner. I feel like you're also exposing people with infidelities. But definitely I see a connection between you and the gifts that you have was being a midwife. You worked with children, sick children. You were definitely that like granny in the woods that was helping people. We have warning signs. Like I said, you would tell people secrets coming out, who's being, what infidelities were happening in the community. Angels. You worked with angels. All right. And that's what it was like. That's why I see like you were like a very a good witch, if I can say that. You worked with your angels to bring clarity as well. Also with Ace of Swords is also showing me like exposing. You also used to expose a lot of things. There was also a part in your life when you would expose negative things that were going on, because even like I said, you were known. I feel like high people would come to you and ask you like, okay, so what's happening around us, who's doing what. You would help them as well. Let's see what else we have. We have grief and we have cosmic being. A lot of people who were struggling with fertility issues as well will come to you. If they had miscarriages, you would help them. It's so interesting because we have Goddess Allah who is pregnant, and it says grief and people who struggled. You worked with the moon a lot, but you worked with both energies. You had so much cosmic power. You were a very powerful witch in your past life. You would help people. You would use the moon, you'd use the sun. You were an alchemist as well. You used nature, but you were very isolated. You were not someone who was married, you didn't have family, and you felt that void in yourself. And so you decided you yourself didn't have kids. You couldn't have kids in your past life. And so you decided to help people conceive, help people to grieve as well. Mm, I'm not getting any information as to why you didn't have a family, but I definitely feel you're isolated because of your gifts. You didn't have anyone you could trust during that time, because it's like the moment someone hurt. During those times, it's like families were exposing people who they thought were witches. I mean, obviously, they were literally doing hideous things to people who weren't even witches, and just ungodly things. So you saw that and you isolated yourself, and you were surrounded with your angels and your gift, and you dedicated your life to cosmically aligning yourself with power. Mm, you were connected cosmically. Let's answer those three questions using the oracle cards that we spoke about in the beginning of the reading, right? Starting with, what victory did you have in your past life? So let's see what kind of victories you had in your past life. Because right here with cosmic power, as much as you were not married, there's something here I'm seeing about a divine counterpart. You never met your divine counterpart in your previous life. Let's see if they'll give us more. Spirit guys, what victory did they have? The victory the powerful have? What is powerful's victory in their past life? Okay, fear. You were not afraid, all right? You helped people conquer their greatest fears, all right? We also have unfulfilled serious inadequacies, and we also have keep an open mind, and we have blame and accountability. Right. As much as you were alone, you literally were fulfilled. You conquered fear, you conquered unfulfillment. You know, usually people feel like they have to be with someone or surrounded by people. You conquered that energy of being content in your own energy and knowing who you are. You were also someone who was cosmic. So you had such an open mind. You understood the universe. You were, as much as you lived in a community or in a time where things were so secretive and misunderstood, you understood a lot of things, right? In a time where there was a lot of blame and accountability, you were able to conquer those things where people would probably, somehow you're able to cloak yourself and people were like, oh my gosh, she's a witch. Somehow you were protected because you worked with big people who also needed your services. So you were able to maneuver that energy. All right. Let's see, what was your gift? Spread, guys. I mean, as much as the reading does answer your gifts, let's see if the messages can confirm it, because We know how your gift was helping people conceive, all right, and putting marriages together. True love, outside influence. This could be the one. Can you please have one more? What was your gift? All right. Can we please get one more card? Okay, we'll just take these two. Okay. We got karmic, relationship triggers, and toxic work. All right. So your gift involved kind of helping families. All right. True love, showing who's people's real soul connections are, what infidelities are happening, what kind of you were an outside influence in terms of what was happening in your community, in your where you were staying. You worked with government as well secretly in order to help people find truth and clarity. All right, this could be the one helping people with love connections as well. Like I said, you were divine witch helping people. And then karmic relationships and triggers again. If people are in karmic relationships, you are exposing those things and toxic behaviors to help the higher ups and warning people. What is your now we're going to find out what is the connection between your past life and this current life that you're in, and how it can help you to ascend. All right, we have self-reflection. What is the connection, spirit? Make the effort. Thank you. Can I have one more? Thank you. Accountability. Accountability came out twice. CV. All right, the connection, your spirit guides really want you to self-reflect and remember who you are. Remember that you are a herbalist, the kind of witch energy that is inside of you. You may already feel it, connected to nature, connected to want to working with herbs, always trying to bring justice, right, towards people. And that's the card that I'm also kind of getting as justice. It's like you also worked with Archangel Michael, all right? Like I said, you had angels that you worked with, and you were very much with the justice and giving accountability to people. All right. Your spirit guides are also saying that there's a need for you to make an effort to bring it forth. You need to remember your past life. With CV, it's almost like putting all your skills together into one thing, because you have more than one skill, and that's why you have more than one gift. You are so gifted. Your gift is being able to influence people to do things and help them and warn them and bring accountability. So your spirit guides are saying that is the gift that will help you elevate in this life. If you are able to speak for those who can't speak for themselves, helping vulnerable people, which would include children, which include pregnant women, or even just feminine energy, helping families come together, that is how you will connect yourself and elevate as well. This is absolutely beautiful. Let me know if this reading resonates with you. Please don't forget to leave a like and comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you'd like a private reading, you can WhatsApp me. The number is in the description link below. I also make crystal jewelry. If you'd like, you can also WhatsApp me in the same number. But I'm sending everybody love and light. Bye.